Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Happy New Year. I have not been on in a bit. It has been a minute. And my craft room is in need of some serious attention here. I have a mess going on here today. But anyhow, welcome in. We're going to be doing some crafting this afternoon on this Saturday sunny afternoon here in Sarasota, Florida. I have been busy doing odds and ends all day, but I've been wanting to do a live. I was going to do one this morning and then I just didn't get around to it. But I had a little bit of free time this afternoon, so I wanted to hop on and do some crafting with you guys. Hope you guys are all doing well and have had a good New Year. We had a very relaxing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We didn't do a whole lot because we are planning on going on a cruise next week. So we're kind of laying low this week, doing a lot of projects around the house before we go on our cruise. And so that's what we have going on right now. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. I'm just organizing a little bit here. I kind of pulled some things out that I wanted to do today, so I'm kind of... Oh, my craft room is such a mess. I'm getting a new craft room, which I'm actually really excited for. I'm getting a new little office studio / craft room here. We're building a new craft room, putting on like a little, not an addition, but we're using some extra space that we have and turning it into like an office. And then where I am, the office that I'm in right now, it's not really an office. It's actually the back part of my living room. We're opening that all up because we're redoing our kitchen. So we're going to have a big open concept kitchen, living room, dining room area. And then the extra space that used to be our dining room is going to now be my office. So that will be really nice to have some extra space. I'm just looking to have more storage because I don't have any storage here. And I feel like I'm always tripping on things because I don't have enough room for stuff. Anyhow, welcome in. I am working on my new Cherubs and Cherries kit and journal today. If you have not yet seen the first video in this new series for the new year, this is my Cherubs and Cherries journal for Valentine's Day that I am working on. I did the first video in the series, which is posted to my channel, so you can go check that out and watch that after this live if you'd like. But we're going to be making some if I can talk today, we're going to be making some ephemera to go into this journal. Now, this is a messy, junky journal, very out of my comfort zone with this type of a journal. Normally my journals are very kind of clean cut, keep everything confined to the page, width and height, and keep everything within the cover. This one, not so much. Everything's kind of go everywhere with this. So that's what I'm doing in today's video. I have a lot of little pieces and stuff that I have cut out. Another thing I am attempting to do with this project is I am attempting to not use my Cricut cutter. I use my Cricut cutter a lot, and I'm attempting to use more of my hands with this project. Because sometimes I feel like I get in a rut with the Cricut because everything is cut so perfectly and easily that I can just, use like perfect images, and that's not what I want to do for this project. I want to use kind of like tattered and torn images. I want this to be a very vintage Victorian style project. So I'm trying to not use my Cricut cutter. However, I did cheat a little bit with a couple things only because I cut out some items on some very heavy cardstock, and it was even too heavy to even cut with scissors. It's very thick cardstock. I cut some of these vintage photos that I have here out of this super thick cardstock. It's almost like a chipboard or a poster board. It's very thick. So I did cut that with my Cricut because I started cutting it myself and I was like, nope, this is going in the Cricut. So, but other than that, I have not used my cutter and I don't plan on using my cutter. So welcome in, say hello when you get here so that I know that my comments are working. I can see, I have it pulled up on my iPad so I can see, but I don't see any comments come in yet. But what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making some pockets and tuck spots and envelopes to put ephemera in that's going to go on to some of these pages in my Cherubs and Cherries journal. Now this is my Cherubs and Cherries journal. In the very first video, I started putting together the front and back covers. I have a second video that hasn't yet posted, which is going to go over adding the pages to this journal because I am not doing the typical signatures that are sewn in or stitched into to a binding or to a yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing the typical binding signatures like I normally do. I'm doing something very different. I'm attaching all of the signatures one to the next page so that the pages are literally all attached to each other in this way. I'm not using as many pages, so I think I've only got maybe 10 pages total, something like that, in this whole journal, which is going to be just for the month of February. This is going to be kind of like my personal February journal. So I wanted to do something different, not so big. And hello from Southeast. Hello, Claudia. Welcome in. Southeast Georgia. You're not too far. Not too far. Just over the border. I'm in Sarasota, Sarasota, Florida. Okay, so like I was saying, I want to add some different pieces of ephemera to these pages. And so I want to do a lot of like envelopes and little tuck spots and kind of that kind of thing in here. So I'm making all these little pieces of ephemera that can go in here, and that's what I'm doing today. So I made one earlier today, and this is when I was going to go live earlier. But hold on one second. Let me do that. Okay. But I was going to go live earlier and then I didn't get around to it. So I was like, you know what? We'll go live now. We'll make at least one of these together so I can kind of show you what I'm doing. This is something that I do normally in my normal journals. I'm trying to junk it up. I'm really trying to junk up this process a little more than what I normally do. I'm trying to not be so, I don't know, put together with what I'm making. I'm trying to kind of just slap stuff together and not think about it too much. This one was a little bit too nice, I think. This one looks too much of straight edges. It looks too symmetrical. This isn't really this is what I'm used to doing. But again, I'm trying to not be this neat. So that's the thing. I'm trying to be very creative and just work without thinking things over too much. Okay. So I have a few pieces that I want to use. I want to use this envelope right here. And in this envelope, I have a little writing spot, which is some tea-dyed lined paper that I just folded in half. And I actually just ripped it. I put a little bit of washi tape on the side. This is going to be just a little writing spot. I want it to look old and kind of tattered. I haven't distressed any edges on this yet. I don't know if I'm going to or not. We'll see. But for now, I just folded a little piece of paper and put it in a little envelope that I have here. I also distressed the envelope and I did a little stamping on the flap of the envelope. So that's what I've done so far for this, but I haven't done any other decorating for this. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to do some decorating. We're going to try to, like I said, I want to try to mess this up a little bit. I don't want it to look so neat. I have been trying to use a lot of fabrics with this project, or I plan to use a lot of fabrics. I also, earlier today, I make these a lot. I made some ruffles, and I want to use like I said, I want to use a lot of fabric in this journal. So I just made some really simple ruffles out of some scrap pieces of fabric that I have. And basically all I do is I just take and tear off pieces of fabric that are about, I don't know, 1.5 inches wide. And then I just kind of bunch them up in my sewing machine and put a single stitch right down the center, and it makes this really pretty kind of ruffle. So I did that this morning as I was kind of prepping. I did a few different pieces of scrap that I have. This one right here is one of the fabrics that's on the cover of the journal. I have some laces and stuff that are really pretty. This one has a lot of reds in it because I want to, I definitely, since this is a Valentine journal, I want to incorporate a lot of red. So there's a pretty one. And this one it's 2 pieces. So it's a piece of lace and a piece of scrap fabric. And I just stitched them together and did the whole thing together and made this just kind of really messy, pretty little piece of ruffle. And these little pieces of ruffle, you can like cut them and use little small pieces. This right here is some tooling. This tooling you can get at the Dollar Tree. This is Dollar Tree tooling. All I did was cut strips of it, and I think this is 3 or 4 strips that I stitched together. So I think it was 4 little strips that I stitched together for this tooling, which is pretty. And then that was all, I think. Did I use, where did my other one go? Oh, I did have another one that I did, but I glued it at the bottom of this right here. So that was the other little bit that I used, or that I made of little lace ruffle. So that's kind of what I did this morning to kind of prep for this project. But I want to use up some scrap fabrics that I have. This is a little vintage handkerchief that was all torn up, so I've been cutting pieces off of it. I want to use this on this envelope, right, like that, because I think this is so pretty and I want to use it. So I am using my Fabrifix. We're just going to go ahead and glue this down. Oh boy, my Fabrifix is a mess right now. I hate it when I get to the end of a bottle of Fabrifix and you have to keep it upside down, because if you don't, you won't be able to use it. You don't, it won't come out. But then if you keep it upside down, it just bubbles and pours out of I try to keep a little pin in it, but it's a mess right now. Okay, so anyhow, I'm just using my Fabrifix. Just putting a little bit on the inside cover, or the inside front piece of my, come on, Fabrifix. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Stay. Okay, let's take this guy right here. And I'm going to, I have this like torn part. I'm trying to not think too much about this and just put it on. That's what my whole goal this year is, to not think a whole lot when I'm crafting. I want to just do. I want to stop like trying to plan things out in my head so much, and I want to just craft. I don't do that enough, and I feel like that's what I need to do to like release my creative juices. I just need to work and not overthink things. All right, so we've got this pretty little piece of fabric just glued to my envelope that I have here. Now, this is one of my digitals. Which digital collection is this one with? I don't remember. I can't remember if this is one. I think this is one that is in, I think this is part of my Cherubs and Cherries digital set. I don't think this is the Patreon only one. I think so. I'm not positive on that. I will let you know later. I have like 3 different kits going on here for this project. I have my digital Cherubs and Cherries kit, which is an 11-page digital kit, which I just released. It's in my Etsy shop. If you want to check that out, the link for it is in the video description. But also, if you are a Patreon member, if you are a paid Patreon member in either one of the 3-tier membership levels that I have on Patreon, you will get all of my digitals included in your membership. So that's something to consider if you like crafting and you like digitals, because I upload a lot of digitals. I upload at least 1 complete kit a month, and then I also do Patreon member only digitals. So this is in there somewhere. I'm not sure which one it's in, but it's in there somewhere. So I want to use this little vintage Valentine on the front here, but I also want to use up some more of this scrap lace. And I think I'm going to put this on the top, kind of poking up through the top, just like that. So I'm going to put a little bit more. Look at this glue. I'm telling you, it's not right. It is a mess. It's stuck to everything right now. Yeah, I'm taking this other little just scrap piece. This was a cutoff of the little ruffle that I made here. It was just like a little tail that I hadn't finished, so I just cut it off. So I'm just going to use that right here. And I'm just going to glue it on kind of so it pops out the top of this envelope. Now this envelope, what I'm thinking is I'm going to glue this down onto a page upright like this. So the flap will open up and I can reach in and pull out my little writing paper or whatever else I'm going to put in here. So this little ruffle will kind of stick up from the top of the envelope. All right, so then I have this little digital image of a vintage Valentine. I want to put that on top like that, but I'm thinking I might want to round these edges. I'm just going to round them with some scissors. I'm not using my corner rounder. I don't want these to be perfect. I'm going to just round them randomly with these scissors. And also I'm going to put few little nicks in this so that it's like old. I want it to not be perfect. All right. Just making some little divots and nicks in this, just like that. And then we will go ahead and glue that right down on top. I want to make sure when I'm gluing it, I don't want to glue it so that way it sticks to the opening. I want to just glue it to the front piece right here. So I'm going to make sure that I put the glue kind of only on this side of the image. I ordered some on Amazon and usually it comes next day, but for some reason I'm not getting it till Wednesday. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to need glue before Wednesday. That's for sure. I'm probably going to have to go to like Hobby Lobby or something and try to get some Fabrifix. I can get Fabri-Tac, but I don't like Fabri-Tac as much as I like Fabrifix. They're different. They're slightly different. All right, so let's just put that on like that. All right, so now we have this cute little flap that says love. And when you open it up, you can kind of reach in there and get out your little sentiment. I want to put something up here too, I think. I don't know what I want to put up there. I have these little flowers, which are cute. I could put some of these little blue flowers, or at least maybe one blue flower, one or two. I'm sure these are something that I thrifted. Let's just twist a couple of these together. Let's see, so if I put a couple of these little flowers up there like that, let me see, where did my little clamps go? I have these little metal clamps here. All right, those are cute. What else? I need something else up here. Something else. And I also should put this on. I mean, I suppose I could put this on with Fabrifix, but I probably should get my hot glue going too. See if this will stay with my little bit of Fabrifix that I have here. I'm just gonna see if I can clip this on and hold it with the Fabrifix for a minute. Okay, we'll let that sit there for a minute. Okay. You know what? I'm going to, where's my hot glue? Oops. Did I turn this on or not? I don't know if I turned this on yet. I didn't. I have to get my hot glue. Whoops, there goes my regular glue. My hot glue won't turn on. Give me a minute. I gotta turn my hot glue on here. For some reason, I don't know if I unplugged it. All right, let's see if I can get this hot glue turned on. I didn't think I was going to need it, so I didn't plug it in earlier. And also, the sun is shining really brightly in my window here, and it's starting to heat up. So I got to shut my blind. Okay. So I need to cover this little flower up with something. What do I want to put on top of that? Let's look in here and see what I have. I have a little button. That little button might be cute. I like the color. It's a cute little vintage button. I might use that. I have a leaf too. Yeah, let's use one of these leaves and the button. Yeah, let's do these. So I am gonna snip off the back of this button because I want it to lay flat in the center of one of these paper flowers. I think that would be really cute. So I'm just going to, again, use my little snips here. And I'm just gonna cut off, ooh, yeah, just snipped off the little back so that way it will glue on flat. And let me see if this is stuck. Yeah, that's stuck pretty good. All right, I want to take, these are those little fabric leaves. You can get these at Dollar Tree. They are over in the crafting section usually. Sometimes they're in the floral arranging section, but I stock up on these because I use these a lot. They're those little like velvet fabric leaves, and they're really cute for just decorating. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a little flower with a leaf kind of covering up the front of that piece like that. I think that's cute. And then I want to put a little like ribbon tie on here. Attach it to the back. Let's see, is my hot glue warm yet? Don't know. I can glue this with Fabrifix. Let's glue this with Fabrifix. I'm literally trying to milk the last bit of this Fabrifix out of this container. It's getting bad. Oh, there's nothing left in here. I'm not going to be able to last till Wednesday. I know that for a fact. All right. Probably gonna take a run to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is kind of far from where I live, but I'm probably gonna have to take a run there just to get some Fabrifix because I'm gonna need it within the next day or so. All right, but I'm gonna hot glue this button. There we go. there's that. All right, so that's cute. I like that. Again, it's still not super messy looking, but it's messier. Kind of just threw it together pretty quickly. Do I have any other ephemera that I want to put in here? I could put this in there. That's cute. That's a vintage Valentine. This one I just printed out on regular cardstock. Let me distress this up a little bit. Let's distress this up just a little bit. All right. I'm going to use, this is frayed burlap, the Distress Oxide in frayed burlap. And I'm just going to distress my edges a little bit here. Make this look kind of old. I'm actually going to distress the back too. Hello, Happy New Year, Indiana Jones. Hope you had a good New Year. We had a very quiet New Year. I think we were both in bed at like 9:30. We did not stay up to watch the ball drop. I had a friend over. We played cards. We ordered Chinese food. We kind of hung out, but for some reason, we never stay up. We go to bed. We're like, if we get out of our routine and stay up late, like it messes us up for like a week. So I'm going to put this little card in here also. Oops. Let me get my little... So I've got my little note card, which I can journal on here. This is my little tea-dyed piece of paper, folded with some washi tape. And then I also have my little vintage Valentine card here. And I would like to maybe clip these together with something. But it can't be too much. No, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to clip them. I'll just leave it like that. So for now, I think that's good. I might add a few other little things. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a tie. I want to glue this little ribbon right here to the back of my, I could tape it too. I might just tape it because you're not going to see this part. This is actually going to go get glued down to a page. So I could just put some tape on this. Or staple. No, I don't want to staple it. Tape's going to be the best. Let's see. What do I want to use for tape? Where did my tape go? I'll just use some of this. This is my drafting tape that I use when I do my normal journals, not my junky journals. You had a nice New Year, but you're looking forward to stuff. Me too. Been cleaning and I'm doing the exact same thing. I was just mentioning a little earlier that I am getting a new like craft studio where we're repurposing a room in our house. So right now, when you walk into my side door of my house, you walk into the dining room. And then the dining room's on the right-hand side, the kitchen's on the left, and then I have kind of like an open living room, and then behind my living room I have some spare space, and that's where I am right now crafting. Like that's where I have my crafting table, that's where I have my computer, my bookshelves, like all of my storage. But it's so out in the open that I always feel like it looks so messy and cluttered in my house because it's in my living room basically. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to, where my dining room was, because we're actually redoing our kitchen. We're doing our kitchen all over, brand new kitchen. We're going to take down a wall. We're going to take down some shelving. We're putting in a new island and all of that. So we are going to kind of reconfigure our living space, and we're going to take our dining room and turn that into an office. So my husband's putting up some walls and putting in a new door. So I'm going to have a new office, like in a room with a door that I can shut. So if it gets messy, I don't care. Nobody will be able to see it. So I've actually been doing the same thing. I've been decluttering and getting rid of a lot of things. Trying to make space so that when we do move everything, I'm not having to move it all. I just want to kind of prep for that and have it as organized as possible. So here is one little pocket envelope that I want to use. This was the other one that I did earlier by myself. But then I also have, so this one right here, what I did to make that is I actually took some book page. I was trying to use up some old book page that I have, and I cut my book page down. I have these really cute vellum, I thrifted these really cute vellum envelopes. They're just these like long vellum envelopes. They were only $1. There was 10 of them for $1 at one of the thrift stores I go to. So I wanted to use some of these vellum envelopes. So what I did was I cut these vellum envelopes in. I cut the front pockets, basically the front of the vellum out, and then cut them in half. And then I stitched them onto a book page to make a little pocket for ephemera. And I like it because you can see through the vellum. So I have all these really cute little vintage ephemera pieces that can go in these little pockets with the vellum like that. So I just wanted to decorate these up a little bit. They don't have to be completely decorated, but that was my thought. I also did some on music paper as well. And then I did some stamping and like some random, I didn't do stamping on all of them, but I did some random stamping on them too. So, broken old Christmas stuff. Yup. Yes. Yup. It feels good to really kind of like, my husband calls it KonMarieing. Because remember, did you ever remember KonMarie? I think her name was Marie something, but she was like an Asian woman who did all kinds of like cleaning and decluttering, and she called it KonMarie. My husband always says we need to KonMarie the house, and that's what he's been doing. He's been like decluttering and getting rid of like lots of stuff, and we cleaned out our closet because we're putting in a new closet system in our closet. We finished up our bathroom because we'd been working on that for a while. So now that the bathroom's finished, we can kind of have access to our walk-in closet, which we didn't have access to before because we were using it for storage for our bathroom. So we've been doing the same thing, just cleaning, getting rid of stuff. My problem is that I have a really hard time getting rid of crafting things or things that I think I can make something else out of. I have a lot of broken Christmas things and pieces and bits and pieces of junk that I save because I have a vision that I'm going to use it for something, but I just don't have the space for it. Half of it I should probably throw out. But I'm hoping with my new craft room that I'll have better storage so that I'll be able to organize things better, and I won't want to keep some of the junkier stuff. I'll probably want to not have junky stuff in a nice new craft room. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right, so let's see. Let's do Marie Kondo. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. Marie Kondo. It's funny, I have a friend in Massachusetts and she like lives by her. She is like so organized, and I'm totally not like that. My husband is a little bit. He has to be like neat and organized, not me. I'm borderline hoarder. I'm a hoarder of craft supplies is what I am. I'll throw out other things, but I am a hoarder of craft supplies. And I'm bad because we live close to a Goodwill Bins, and like I've had to not go to Goodwill Bins. We used to go at least once or twice a week. We haven't been going as much because I can't fit stuff in my house anymore. It's getting bad. That's why we need to do something. But hello from Northern California. It's the one thing I need to do on craft. Yes, it's so hard for me to get rid of. It's so hard to get rid of things that I think I can make things out of. I don't know. I've always been like that. I'll see stuff and I'll be like, oh, I can make that. But then I don't ever get to making it, and it just sits there and collects dust and it takes up space. Anyhow, let's decorate this one right here. I'm thinking I'm going to put these cute little vintage photos. This is a vintage photo of a couple that were engaged in 1919. I think that's so cute. And then this is a little vintage Valentine. So I'm going to put these in this little pocket right here. I have all these really cool love letters. This digital right here, this love letter digital is a digital for my Patreon members. So if you want to become a Patreon member, there's a link in the bio. My Patreon members get free digitals, or I shouldn't say free because they're included in the paid memberships. But I upload a lot of digitals, and there's these really cool vintage love letters in there for a Patreon only digital this month. So I was thinking maybe including one of these cute little love letters with this as well. Maybe this one, because I like the color on this one. This is a little teeny tiny one. Actually, no, I'm going to save the little teeny tiny one for a little teeny tiny envelope. Let's do one of these. Let's do like this one. What's this one say? Another year of joy and grief. Blah, 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 blah. No, not that one. This one's like really old, 1779. That's too old for them. This one's 1884. This one looks really old too, but I can't tell. 1860. I guess these are too old for this. You know what? Maybe it will have to be this one because this is the only one that's like within that time frame. It doesn't matter. It's just for me, but I'm trying to be kind of accurate with my ephemera here. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to do something on the top. On this one, what I did at the top was I trimmed, well actually what I did was I folded over this little top flap and then I cut the corners like that to make like the top of an envelope, which you can see right here. But I don't have to do that on this one. I can do something different. So I don't know what I want to do for this one. Maybe I just want to leave it open. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tear it. Like I said, I don't want to do anything too nice. I want to try to stay junky with this journal. Let's put some fabric on here. Let's find some fabric. This is my basket of fabric that I'm trying to use in this collection. So I've got all of this stuff right here. Let's use, this is the one, nope, not that one. I like this one right here. Let's use some of this. I have this really pretty, I think it was like a furniture fabric. It's kind of heavy, but it's nice. See if I can cut a bigger piece of this. This stuff right here. I like the color on this. I don't know what this was. At first I thought it was like a pillowcase, like for a decorative pillow, but I don't think so. I think it's, I don't know. And then I thought maybe it was like an apron because it almost has got like a consistency of like what an apron would be, like a cooking apron, but I don't think that's what it is either. I don't know. I don't know what this was. It's definitely, it's not a drape because it's got these like weird patches on it. I don't know. Maybe somebody was just trying to make something. Anyhow, I'm going to use some of that. I like the colors. All right, what do I want to do with this now? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. I want to put some on the back. What should I do with this? Maybe not have such a big piece. What if I do a little pocket in the front so there's two pockets? What if I do something like that? Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I think I'm going to do another pocket here. So there's like a pocket and a pocket. I think I can do that. All right, let's do that. All right, so I am gonna just take my Fabrifix for this one. I'm gonna just go right down the sides and along the bottom with whatever I can get out of this Fabrifix. I'm literally at the very end of my container here. All right. All right, so I think, what did I say? I like this flower, so I'm just gonna put the flower like right there. I'm just gluing it on. Did I go higher? Yeah, I wanna go higher. Go up a little higher, like that. Come on. So what I'll do now is I'll just cut it out around the back here. Like I said, I don't want to think too much about this project, or this whole journal in general. I don't want to think much about it. I just want to do stuff. I don't want to plan anything out like too much. But there, that's kind of nice. I like that. And then, so then I have a little pocket here and a pocket here. So I could tuck multiple things. So we could do these in the top, like that. And then we could do the little love letter in the front, like that. Something like that. I think that's pretty. I do like that. I like that a lot, actually. I was gonna use this little earring. It's a little vintage earring. I was gonna use that in this one, but I ended up using that instead. But the little earring would look really nice with this coloring. So I could like use it as a little clip or something on there. I could take some of my ruffles that I made. See, do I want to do a ruffle across the top right here? I think that's cute. Let's do a little ruffle across this top right here. Do I want to do a ruffle, or do I want to do lace? I've got lace. I could do a little piece of lace like that with the little earring on the front. I think I like the lace better, actually, for this specific project, or this specific one. I've got some other, I could layer up some ruffles. I could do this ruffle. I could do that ruffle, and then I could do kind of the lace maybe on top of it, so it makes like a little skirt. That's kind of cute. Oh, I kind of like that. I think I'm gonna do that. Yes, let's do that. I like that. All right. More of my Fabrifix right across the bottom. I think I do have another small bottle of Fabrifix that has a little bit more left in it. Stop. Okay. Okay, there's one of those ruffles at the bottom. Let's cut this off on the one side. Save that. And here's some more lace. Let's put the lace right on top. With it. All right. I like that. I do. And then I like this earring. I'm gonna pull off the back of this earring. I was thinking I was gonna use this as just like a clip and not pull the backing off of it, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna stay too well on here. I do like that. And then I can take it off and use it as something else if I wanted to, or you could slide it down in the page. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna actually glue this yet. I really like that. But I still feel like I need something else on here. I feel like it's still missing something. What else? Now also, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter the size of this, because this will, I'm trying not to keep things like confined to this journal. So if it does pop out the top, it's okay. I have this big page right here. I've got this big page right here, which this might be really pretty on. That actually looked really pretty on that page. I actually really like it there. I actually might just keep this here just like this. Clip it in this page with the earring.
Yeah, I got friends.
Clip it in there with the earring just so it kind of stays in there. And that way I'll know I want to add that to that page. And then I can add some other stuff to it after if I want to. But at least I have something kind of started for it. So I've got that one. I do like that one in there. And I like that the little bows, the little bow ruffle at the bottom goes with the back side of the cover page. I think that's cute. All right, I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna keep that one in there for now because I really like that. As is, without anything in there, without anything else done to it. All right, but now I have another one. And what should I do with this last one? What do I have for time? I got about 15 minutes. So probably can do one more. I want to use this one, but I want to do something different. Let's do a flip out page like this. Let's turn this into like a page or like a booklet. I think we'll make this one into like a booklet. Although if I do that, the pockets on this side, it might be kind of hard to get it to get something in there. Let me think about this. How do I want to go about this? What I should have done is I should have stitched it the opposite way so that the opening was on this side as opposed to this side. Because now I'm kind of stuck with it being a certain way. Unless I use this as like, I could go down over the top of a page with something like this. That might work also. All right, so what do I have for this? First of all, let's see what I can put in this. Let me grab some more of my ephemera. See what I want to use here. All these really cool pieces in here. Oh, we gotta put some cherries on something. Since the whole theme is cherubs and cherries, we need to put some cherries on something. This right here, I thought would make a really cute, like belly band. I was gonna glue this to the top and the bottom. What if I use this and make a belly band on here? Like this. I could glue that on there like that. And so I have a belly band so I could tuck something underneath here. And then I could also tuck something in the pocket on the side like that. I mean, not those things, but you got the idea. This is a little vintage certificate of marriage. That's cute. A little too busy. This is another marriage certificate as well. That one's a little wide. Yeah, that one's too wide. This is cute. This is a little Cupid's Don'ts. that kind of adds some blue and red to that page. What else do I have? Oh, this is a little back of a letter. This would be kind of cute tucked in there like that. Like I said, I didn't want to sit and think about things too much. And what am I doing? Sitting and thinking about things. I guess it's one of those things. It's just like you have to practice. When you're used to doing something a certain way, you kind of always go back to that same way of doing things. So to change it up, it's like you have to practice changing it. What else do I have in here? These little cherry blossoms are cute. I do want to do something with the cherries. I think I got too much going on right at the moment in here. Ooh, I like this. I like that. I'm going to keep that on there. And I don't know what I'm going to put in here yet, but I like that so far. All right, so let's just do this. Let's glue this down because I think I want to do that on here. I'm just trying to decide which, you know, if I glued this, I could make another pocket out of this. I could have a pocket here, a pocket down through the top, and then the belly band. Kind of like that idea too. I think I might do that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Not gonna think about it, just gonna do it. It's only paper, right? I can always print more if I don't like it. So do a little bit of glue top and bottom. And then let's just put this right across that little pocket, or that little, yeah, I guess it's a pocket. All right, so now, as soon as this dries, you can stick something in this belly band in the front, like that. And then I wanted to put this little applique on the heart. I think that's so cute. Let's put this little applique on that heart. I get a lot of my appliques, like all of my little lace bits and pieces and stuff, for the most part, I get at the Goodwill bins. I find so much good stuff there. Sometimes it's like on clothing, or I've gotten a lot of really pretty appliques on like wedding dresses and stuff. I'll kind of just rip them off right there. If there's like a wedding dress or something thrown in a bin, like with the clothing, that's just, a lot of people don't like to buy the whole wedding dresses. They don't want the wedding dresses. I'll just, because after bins, it goes to the landfill. So if you're ripping pieces off of a wedding dress, I don't feel too bad about it because I'd rather save the pretty little applique than to have it go to the landfill. So there. That is really pretty. I like that. Okay, so that is something. And then, let's see, what else do I have here? I have this old letter. This old letter could go, well, what if I put the back of the postcard in this pocket like this? I'll put the crinkled up letter in the belly band like that. That's kind of cute. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple this. I'm going to take my staple gun or my stapler, and I'm going to staple. Down the bottom. And on the side, like that. So now I have another pocket. There's another pocket. And now I want to do something over here. Let's get some more lace. How about this ruffle? How about this little ruffle right here? What if we put this ruffle on this side and cover up those staples with that ruffle? I like that. Let's do that. Not thinking too much. I'm just doing. Stick some of that ruffle right in there. That is very pretty. I think that is nice. Nice. Cut that off. So now we have a cute little ruffle right there. So now we'll have a pocket here. We'll have a pocket here. We'll have a tuck spot here. So there's like 3 little pockets or tuck spots on this little envelope with the belly band. All right, and I still need something else. This is too plain for me. It's too plain Jane. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, you know what I have, which might be really cute? Where'd it go? Oh, right here. I have a little gold vintage brooch. That might be pretty like that. I have buttons too. I could do some buttons. I have this button. Oh, this is pretty too. That's a little vintage button right there. That's kind of pretty. I also have these little fabric flowers with the rhinestones. I have some of those, which those are pretty too. There's another button. Could put something like that. I could do another leaf. I have a leaf on the other one though. I don't want to do that. What else? What else? Do I have, oh, how about, what's in here? Some other flowers. Ooh, this might be pretty. Hold on. I might have found something. I don't even know what these things are. I got these thrifting too. I thrifted these things. I have no idea what they are. They look like, I was thinking they were like little baby headbands because they're on like, does that look like a little baby headband to you? These might be little baby headbands. Like, you know, you put on a baby for photos. There's a whole bag of them. I thrifted a whole bag of them. They're all different. I don't know. But they had really pretty flowers on them. But this is like nylon. But this flower right here, I really like. I'm cutting this one off. This one's getting cut off. And I think I'm going to use this one. And you will understand why in a moment. Because this is going to go so nice on there. Look at this. Look at how pretty that will look. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. All right, that's going on there. This is gonna get glued right on here. I think I'll use up the last little bit of my Fabrifix on this one. Come on, Fabrifix. Almost. It's very irritating using up the last little bit of your Fabrifix because it's just so hard to get it out of the bottle. Okay. There. That is beautiful. All right, I love it. I love it. So there's my little belly band tuck spot with this little vintage letter. And again, these letters, all these little love letters come in my digital kit for my Patreon members only. It's the love letter kit over on Patreon. So if you become a member, my basic membership tier, I think the first tier is a $7 tier. You can get the digitals. So that is that. And then this is like the backing of a postcard, which I put in here in this little pocket with the vellum from the right there. And then I have a pocket at the top, which I can put something else. Let's put something else up top really quickly. And then I think I'm done for the day. Let me just find another little cute piece of ephemera that I can put at the top here. Valentine greeting? Maybe? I have these two. This was the marriage certificate and the Valentine greeting. Let's try those. Kind of put these up at the top right here. So they can kind of stick out the top. Like that. I think that is very cute. Very, very cute. All right. So that's it for today. We did a few different ones. This one I did by myself. This one I feel like I need to do more too. I feel like it's too plain. I need to do something else to it. These ones were nice and decorated, but I have this one. I have this one with the envelope that we did. I have this one that we just did. And then I had the tall one that I just put in that page right here. This tall one right here with the little love letter and then the picture of the engaged couple. So I'm going to put that one in that page, I think. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you go subscribe, hit that little notifications bell so you're notified when I post new videos. And make sure the notifications bell is set to all so that you receive all the notifications. Yeah, so I will be back with video number 2 in the series of the Cherubs and Cherries Journal. You can go watch number 1. 1 is already posted. And like I said, I'll be posting number 2 here within a day or so probably. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys again, hopefully once more live by the end of the week. I'm thinking maybe Friday. I might do another live on Friday with some more crafting stuff. All right, guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Take care. Thanks, everybody, for joining.